So we're taking a well-earned break with a really nice coffee.
Oh yes.
There's my beautiful wife. But I just wanted to show you these amazing trees. I know the sun's shining directly in it. There we are, I'll just shade it a little bit. I just wanted to show you these beautiful trees. Just, they're like twisty and turny. It's very magical here. So these are our oak trees over here. So oak are very, very good for bank stability. They're very deep rooting. They're pretty much disease resistant. One of the best native species that we can possibly have. They will need a little bit of tree surgery done. There's a few dead branches on the lower section of the tree, so we'll just chainsaw those off and use them for firewood. But everything else upwards are really good, and
They're very healthy.
it depends if you particularly believe in it. We definitely do. We've got overhead wires pretty high up. I'd say they're 20-30 feet above our land, like above the top of the trees, sorry. They will be emitting some kind of EMF, but it's been proven that trees actually resist that and they shield it, so we want to keep those trees there. We don't want to be doing anything to expose ourselves to that. We're still getting on with the slope over there, and we'll be clearing this, but we're just sort of thinking about the trees that we want to be planting. So Kate's had in mind that we'll start off with 20. Have you got an idea of which ones we're going to start with?
We're gonna order the ones that go up here first. So
Okay.
that, I think that includes the apricot. We've also got a few
Sambucus
rose
nigra?
varieties. Sambucus nigra, yeah. Quite a few of those. Quite a large list off the top of my head, and then hopefully next week order another
Are they
30.
fast growing or slow growing, or is it a mixture?
A bit of a mixture. In the mid area of the forest, we're going to have lots of nuts, you know, just to kind of group around the walnuts, and then we know where we are, but mainly fruiting trees.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So if you weren't sure what Sambucus nigra is, it's the black elderflower. So there is the plain green variety that you often see in hedgerows, and then the purple variety, which I think is more pretty. It's got really nice pink flowers and seems to be sweeter smelling in my opinion, but you know, I think each to their own. I have read up it's a good time to prune back any long whips on your fruit trees. They're not as active as they would be in the summer, particularly with prunus. It's better to actually do it between winter and early spring. So I'll be going along and just having a look at some of the branches that are touching and cut those back, because if you leave those and you've got two branches touching, as the wind pushes them against each other, you end up with scarring, and that can expose the tree to disease. So we'll cut those back, make sure they're not touching. Is that okay?
Yeah, safety first.
So Kate will be demonstrating how to prune. So you just take it back to the nearest bud, and we'll just leave the twigs on the ground, because remember, we are creating a food forest. The whole point, a food forest doesn't, you know, rake away all of its ground matter. If you go into a forest, what's there? There's leaf matter, there's mycelium. You want to leave all that there.
It's a self-composting system.
Exactly. So we're basically treating it like a big compost heap. Everything we cut, we throw back down, unless of course it's green bramble. Get rid of that. So yeah, we're just having our coffee. Lovely coffee. It's called Bomb Jesus. I think I've mentioned that before. I'm an advertisement. Really nice. I think it's Ecuadorian coffee, off the top of my head.
It's lovely, whatever it is.
But oh yeah, it's got a nice bit of jaggery in it, and a nice bit of milk, and we're just gonna chill out and listen to the birds and get on with our chores.